To all of you who are members of the Academic Writer Space, I am making this video for you because our theme this week of June 19th of rest and recovery is very important. It's really vital to our ongoing conversation in our community. And this week of June 19th, I wanted to invite and encourage you to come to TAWS whenever you can, even just for the opening 10 minutes, because at the heart of our ongoing conversation about how do we work in ways that really, really work for us, that allow us to reasonably, reliably produce results and move the needle on things that matter to us, while also doing that in a way that's sustainable and humane for a human being. That's kind of like threading the eye of a needle, isn't it? That rest and recovery is vital to being able to find that humane pathway of productivity. And that pathway exists, and it is unique for each of us. So I want to make a couple points about rest and recovery and give you a practice. So first of all, if your work, the chapter you need to edit, that section you need to build out, that reading you need to do, if your work could speak to you, I'm pretty sure it would say, hey, when you show up to work on me, I would just love it if I could get a version of you that had rested, that had recovered. Even just a small amount of rest, a little bit of recovery, then I get an upgraded and better version of you, and it's more fun for both of us. So resting and recovering is so incredibly vital, because when we show up to our work exhausted and dysregulated and overwhelmed and in kind of hustle urgent mode, we're actually not that compatible with working effectively in the first place. So rest and recovery is a key way that we help increase the compatibility between the version of us who shows up to work and the actual work itself. Okay, second point is you get to decide what rest and recovery is for you. I know there's lots of videos and messages out there on social media and on the internet about what self-care is, and any of those things actually can be beautiful ways of regulating our nervous systems and settling down and reconnecting with ourselves and healing. And I know sometimes I feel like I'm failing when I try one of those things and it doesn't really seem like it's really working for me, even if I try for months or years. I personally, I want to love yoga, but I just don't. But I really like stretching. That's what works for me. You get to decide, and I think it's going to be great this week for us to all bring online more of a sense from inside of ourselves of what are my personal pathways for resting and recovering. And when you know what those are and they actually work for you, you'll be more likely to do them. So here's the practice for this week. It is, you can write this on a Post-it note. Soften around pain points. Academic research and writing is full of pain points, full of challenges and difficulties and things that ouch. So what if we can begin to notice, oh, that's a pain point. A lot of times we tighten and contract in relationship to a pain point. What if instead we could, ooh, it's hard to feel that. Ooh, yeah, I can just soften a little bit around that pain point. We might have to soften 1,000 times in an hour or more. We just keep softening around. Ooh, that's hard to feel. And softening can be just in your breath. Okay. I'm just taking the tiniest little bit of the edge off of what feels difficult or challenging. And we can rest in sort of more of a micro manner by softening around the pain points, softening around the resistance and what feels difficult. All right, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on Zoom.